Hello everyone and welcome to the Expensive Coins History channel. Today we will be discussing a coin that may appear ordinary at first glance but carries a fascinating background and history. This is the 1999 Belgium €5 coin, and in this video, we will explore its story, the meaning behind its design, its rarity, its potential value in today's collector market, and how much it could truly be worth in 2025. The €5 coin of Belgium was first introduced in 1999 when Belgium began minting coins for the euro currency, which would later become the official currency of the Eurozone in 2002. The coin is made of copper-plated steel, weighs approximately 3.92 grams, and has a diameter of about 21.25 millimeters. On the obverse side, it features the left-facing portrait of King Albert II of Belgium surrounded by 12 stars that represent the European Union, along with his royal monogram and the year of issue. The reverse design is the standard euro cent type used across the Eurozone, showing a globe with diagonal lines connecting stars and the value inscription, €5. This coin was minted in very large quantities. In 1999, Belgium produced more than 300 million of these coins for circulation. Because of this extremely high mintage, the 1999 Belgium €5 is classified as a common issue. It was made for everyday use rather than as a commemorative or limited edition piece. You could easily find it in circulation during the early years of the euro, and many examples still remain in circulation today across Europe. Collectors are always looking for coins that stand out, either through low mintage numbers, rare minting errors, or outstanding condition. Unfortunately for the 1999 Belgium 5 cent, the massive mintage means that it does not have natural rarity. However, condition still plays a major role. Coins that have been kept in uncirculated or mint condition, showing full original color and no signs of wear, can still attract collector interest. In perfect mint state, this coin can fetch slightly more than its face value, though the increase is usually modest. Some people refer to a no mint mark version of this coin. Normally, Belgian euro coins are minted in Brussels, and the mint mark may appear small or sometimes be faint. If you believe your coin has no visible mint mark, it could simply be a case of weak striking or wear from circulation. However, if the mint mark is completely missing due to a striking error, that could make your coin unusual and potentially more valuable. True error coins can command higher prices, but such pieces must always be authenticated by an expert before being sold or appraised. Without official recognition of a specific, no mint mark variety for 1999, most coins will remain classified as standard circulation issues. When it comes to market value in 2025, the 1999 Belgium €5 in circulated condition is generally worth about its face value, €5, or perhaps a few cents more to a collector who wants that particular year. Uncirculated examples may sell for around €1 to €5 depending on condition and demand. Only if the coin is an officially certified error, a proof issue, or in a high-grade uncirculated state could it reach a higher price, and even then, it would be the exception rather than the rule. Many online listings show extremely high asking prices, but these are rarely realized in actual sales. For collectors, there are a few useful tips to remember. First, never clean the coin, as cleaning can reduce its value. Always handle coins carefully and store them in protective holders or albums to prevent oxidation or scratches. When buying or selling, compare your coin with verified listings and auction results rather than focusing on inflated asking prices. Always verify the authenticity of any error or variant claims before spending money or assuming your coin is rare. The 1999 Belgium €5 remains an important piece of modern European numismatic history. It represents the early production of euro coins and the reign of King Albert II during Belgium's transition to the euro currency. Although the coin itself is not rare, it carries symbolic and historical value as part of the first generation of euro coins. For collectors who appreciate the evolution of European money, this small copper coin tells a story of unity, change, and the beginnings of a new era. In 2025, most examples remain worth face value, but for those in mint condition or verified as genuine mint errors, there is always the potential for a higher price. So if you come across a 1999 Belgium €5 coin, check it carefully. Look for any unusual features, examine its condition, and remember that true rarity always lies in the details. The 1999 Belgium €1 coin. This tiny piece of copper-plated steel may seem insignificant at first glance, but it holds an interesting story connected to the birth of the euro, and for some collectors, it sparks curiosity due to mentions of a so-called no-mint mark variety. We'll explore its history, what makes it special, its rarity, and most importantly, how much it's actually worth in 2025. The story of the 1999 Belgian 1-cent coin begins at the dawn of the euro era. Although euro banknotes and coins were not physically introduced until 2002, several eurozone countries, including Belgium, started minting euro coins in 1999 in preparation for circulation. This particular coin was among the very first Belgian euros ever produced. On the obverse side, it features the portrait of King Albert II, surrounded by 12 stars symbolizing the European Union, along with his royal monogram. The reverse side shows the common euro cent design, which includes a globe showing Europe in relation to Africa and Asia, the denomination value, and the initials of the designer. The coin weighs about 2.30 grams, measures 16.25 millimeters in diameter, and is made of copper-plated steel, a durable yet lightweight composition typical for low-value euro coins. In total, more than 235 million of these coins were minted in 1999. That's an enormous number, which immediately tells us that this is not a rare or limited edition issue. The reference to a no-mint mark on some coins can be confusing, but it's important to understand that Belgian euro coins were minted at the Royal Mint of Belgium in Brussels, and they did not always display a distinct mint mark in the way some other countries' coins do. Therefore, the so-called no-mint mark version is not an error or rare variant, it's simply how the coins were designed for that year. Some minor differences exist, such as slight variations in the size of the stars around the outer ring, but these are not considered major errors or varieties that drastically affect the coin's market value. Now, let's talk about rarity and collectability. Even though this coin dates back to 1999, it's still very common across Europe and within numismatic collections. Millions were saved when the euro was first introduced, as people wanted keepsakes from the beginning of the new currency era. This means there are still many uncirculated examples available, and as a result, supply far exceeds demand. Only coins in pristine, mint state condition, with no scratches, discoloration, or signs of wear, attract collectors' attention. Even then, they are generally easy to find and do not command high premiums. When we examine the market in 2025, the realistic value for a 1999 Belgium €1 coin depends almost entirely on its condition. A circulated example typically remains worth its face value of 1 cent. A clean, uncirculated piece might sell for around 20 to 30 euro cents, sometimes a little higher if perfectly preserved or certified by a professional grading service. Proof coins or special presentation versions, which are much less common, could fetch slightly more, but even these values stay modest compared to truly rare coins. Occasionally, sellers online list these coins for several euros or even more, but such listings rarely reflect real sale prices. In the everyday numismatic market, most collectors recognize this as a common issue rather than a valuable rarity. That said, it's always worth checking your coins carefully. If you find one that appears to have an unusual feature, such as an off-center strike, double lettering, or other minting error, that could increase its value significantly, but only if the error is verified and documented. Minting errors are rare and must be authenticated by experienced collectors or grading organizations before being sold as valuable pieces. If you want to evaluate your own 1999 Belgian €1 coin, start by confirming the date and design, making sure the obverse features King Albert II. Examine it under good lighting to determine how much wear it has. The less wear, the higher the potential value. Use a magnifying glass to check for any unusual details that might indicate a variety or error. Finally, compare your coin with verified images of the same issue and, if you think you might have something unique, consult a professional numismatist or submit it for grading. the 1999 Belgium €1 coin is a fascinating piece of modern European monetary history, representing the early days of the euro. However, in terms of financial value, it remains a common coin with only modest worth, typically ranging from its face value to around 30 euro cents in uncirculated condition. The so-called no-mint mark feature is not a genuine rarity, and most examples found in circulation are not worth more than their nominal value. Only coins in flawless condition or those with confirmed minting errors might be valued higher. If you have one of these coins, it's a nice collectible and a piece of European history to keep, even if it won't make you rich. Treat it as a symbolic reminder of the transition to the euro and the first steps toward a unified European currency system. The 1999 Finland €5 coin without mint mark. We will go through its full story, its background, why it sometimes attracts attention, and what it is really worth in today's market in 2025. The 1999 Finland €5 coin belongs to the very first generation of euro coins ever produced. Even though the euro currency entered circulation officially in 2002, several member countries including Finland began minting coins a few years earlier to prepare for the launch. Because of this, 1999 dated coins hold an important place in numismatic history as the first wave of euro production. This coin carries the Finnish national design, which features the heraldic lion taken from the coat of arms of Finland. It represents the nation's strength, pride, and independence. On the reverse, it carries the common European design showing the globe and the value numeral 5 cent, consistent with all other euro area coins of that denomination. The edge of the coin is plain and smooth, the metal is copper-plated steel, and the weight is around 3.92 grams with a diameter of approximately 21 millimeters. Now, when people refer to a no-mint mark Finland €5 from 1999, it is often due to wear or a weakly struck mint mark. The Finnish mint at Vanta used a small letter M as its mint mark on all euro coins, and it is extremely rare for a genuine piece to be completely missing that mark. In almost every case, what collectors call a no-mint mark coin is either the result of damage, a worn die, or a coin that has seen heavy circulation. True minting errors are extremely scarce, and without official confirmation or grading certification they are not valued at any significant premium. The official mintage for the 1999 Finnish 5-cent coin was over 63 million pieces. That is a very high number, meaning that this coin is common in circulation and easy to find. For that reason, the vast majority of these coins are not considered rare. Circulated examples usually trade at or very close to their face value of 5 euro cents. Uncirculated coins in mint condition may command a small premium from collectors who seek to build complete euro sets, but that premium is modest. In 2025, the general market value for a circulated 1999 Finland 5-cent coin remains about its face value. A nice uncirculated piece may sell for 1 to 2 euros, and a perfectly preserved mint state coin with full red color and no marks might reach around 5 to 10 euros if certified or part of a collector's set. Coins with genuine, documented minting errors could fetch higher sums, but these are exceedingly uncommon. What sometimes confuses collectors is the year itself. Because 1999 was the first minting year for euro coins, many assume every coin with that date is rare or valuable. Unfortunately, this is not true. Only certain countries and denominations from the early euro period have low mintages. The Finnish 5 cent of 1999 was produced in very large numbers, so the year alone does not create rarity. Still, this coin remains historically interesting. It symbolizes the beginning of the euro currency era and represents Finland's participation in the new monetary union. For that reason, it has a sentimental and educational value beyond its small monetary worth. Many collectors like to keep one as part of a complete first-year euro set, especially those who collect by country or by date. Condition is the single biggest factor that can increase value. A coin that has never circulated, showing its original shine, sharp details, and no scratches, is always more desirable. Collectors often pay more for coins that have been graded and sealed by professional grading services such as NGC or PCGS. A high grade like MS65 or above could make a small coin like this sell for a few euros more. mostly for the certification and presentation rather than rarity itself. Another factor that could add value is a genuine mint error, such as an off-center strike, double die, or missing layer. If verified by an expert, those mistakes can sometimes bring prices from 20 to 100 euros or more, depending on how spectacular the error is. However, these are rare cases, and the majority of coins that appear odd are usually the result of damage after leaving the mint. Overall, the 1999 Finland 5 euro cent coin is a beautiful and historically important piece of modern European coinage, but it is not a coin that will make anyone rich. In 2025, its realistic collector value remains very low, from its basic face value to perhaps 10 euros at the absolute top for certified mint state examples. Nevertheless, it is a meaningful reminder of the birth of the euro and a fun addition to any modern coin collection. If you own one, keep it clean and store it properly to preserve its condition. If you come across an example that truly lacks a mint mark, have it examined by a professional before assuming it is a valuable error. Most importantly, enjoy collecting and learning about the stories behind each coin. Every piece, even a common one, tells a part of history. The 1999 Spain 2 euro cent coin. At first glance, it may look like just another ordinary coin, but some people have been wondering if it could actually be worth a lot of money. In this video, we are going to explore the full story of this coin, from its background and design to its mintage, rarity, and current market value in 2025. The 1999 Spanish 2 euro cent coin is part of the very first generation of euro coins produced before the official introduction of the euro currency in 2002. Spain, like many other Eurozone countries, began minting coins with the year 1999 as part of the initial euro production program. These coins were intended to be ready for circulation when the new currency launched. The 2-cent coin was one of the smallest denominations, made for everyday use, and it carries a simple yet iconic design. On the front side, the coin features an image of the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela, one of Spain's most famous landmarks and a symbol of cultural and religious heritage. The word España appears alongside the cathedral, and you will normally see a small M mint mark, representing the Madrid Mint, just below or near the design. On the reverse side, the coin follows the common euro cent design used across Europe, showing the globe, the value, 2 euro cent, and part of the European continent. The coin itself is made of copper-plated steel, weighs a little over 3 grams, and has a diameter of about 18.75 millimeters. Now let's talk about its history and how common it really is. In 1999, Spain produced an enormous quantity of these coins. The total mintage was close to 292 million pieces. That means the coin was never intended to be rare or special, it was simply part of a large-scale production meant to supply the country with enough small-denomination coins for circulation when the euro began. Because of this high mintage, the 1999 Spain 2-cent coin is considered very common among euro collectors. However, collectors often search for specific varieties or errors that can make a coin stand out from the rest. Some people claim to have found coins without the mint mark, or coins with slight variations in color or design. While such differences can happen due to minting errors or wear over time, there is no officially recognized, no mint mark, version of the 1999 Spain 2 euro cent that is confirmed to be rare or valuable. If you believe you have one, it's always best to get it examined by a professional grader or numismatic expert before assuming it is valuable. Condition, or grade, is another crucial factor. Coins that have circulated and show signs of wear are generally worth only their face value, 2 euro cents. But coins in uncirculated or mint condition, meaning they have never been used and still have their original shine, can fetch a little more from collectors. Typically, uncirculated examples might sell for anywhere from a few cents above face value up to a few euros, depending on the market and the buyer's interest. As of 2025, the realistic market value for a normal circulated 1999 Spain 2 euro cent coin remains very close to its face value. Most dealers and collectors agree that in used condition it is worth between 2 and 20 euro cents at best. In perfect, uncirculated condition, it might reach 1 to 5 euros if sold to the right buyer or included in a complete euro coin set. There are occasional listings online with very high asking prices, sometimes hundreds of euros, but those prices rarely reflect actual sales. They are often exaggerated or based on misunderstandings about rarity. So what makes this coin valuable in some cases? Only exceptional quality or verified minting errors. A perfectly preserved, graded coin can have some added value due to its presentation and certification. But apart from such cases, the 1999 Spain 2-cent remains a common and affordable piece of modern European coinage. The reason its value stays modest is simple. The coin had a massive mintage, it was part of a regular circulation issue, and it is relatively recent. Coins that are common and modern rarely reach high collectible prices unless they have a specific historical significance, are made of precious metal, or are part of a limited edition. The 1999 2-cent coin meets none of those conditions. Nevertheless, it still carries value as a piece of numismatic history, representing the early days of the euro and Spain's transition to a shared European currency. If you own one of these coins, it can be a fun addition to your collection, especially if you are building a complete euro coin set by year and country. You should first check the coin's condition, and if it appears unusually perfect or shows a striking error, you might want to have it appraised. But if it's an ordinary circulated coin, you can expect its worth to stay close to its face value even in the coming years. In summary, the 1999 Spain 2-euro-cent coin is an interesting piece of European monetary history. It is not a rare or highly valuable coin, but it tells the story of how the euro began and how countries prepared their coins years before the currency entered circulation. Its worth in 2025 remains modest, just a few cents in most cases, but it holds sentimental and educational value for collectors who appreciate the evolution of modern coinage. Thank you for watching. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos about rare coins, coin values, and numismatic stories from around the world.